Expedition 33. You know, when I made this video, I wanted to complain about how no one told me how fun this game was. But I also was completely against hearing anything because I wanted to experience it all firsthand. And let me tell you, whoa, I'm kind of glad I made that decision, and I would suggest you make that same decision, but I want you to watch this video, so buckle up. Right off the rip, I was pleasantly confused. Even reading through the options at the start, I didn't quite understand what was happening, and I'll get into that later.
But it's fun? I don't know what that means, but I like that.
But for now, I won't go into too many details because you should either play this game for yourself or watch a dedicated playthrough. Both things you're not going to find here on this channel. This is just a quick, fun review. But I will throw down some little epilogue teasers / spoilers, so buckle up. If you're not ready for that, I suggest you hit the hay. Hit the hay? Hit the road, Jack. Anyway, here's how the plot goes.
Sophie will have already gamaged by the time you've arrived.
What's a gamage?
People get old, and some giant crazy lady with a paintbrush just Thanos snaps them all into roses, or at least rose petals. And everyone is sad. And that's how the game starts. Unfortunately for you, it is the love of your life who is being Thanos snapped, but I mean, it happens to everyone else around, so you really can't be a complainer. The main story itself, and I won't go into too many crazy details. Actually, I won't go into any details. The main story is phenomenal, in my opinion. I don't know what's happening. I still don't know what's happening, and I'm a good chunk of the way through. But it makes my brain itch in a way where I'm not quite sure if it's because I don't understand what's happening or I'm using my brain for the first time ever. Either or, possibly both. All my confusion aside, the cast and writing is so good. Your main character, Gustave, love my boy, is very cleverly written and kind of a joy to run around with. You feel for him within the first couple minutes, and he's kind of your figurehead for this entire journey out on this expedition. Like, clearly he assumes the role of the leader, and you just rally around him, as does everyone else. And his relationship with Maelle is... it's just sweet. Like, it's so cute. Like, it's this weird little brother, sister, almost guardian, whatever the other word for guardian, I don't know. It's adorable. It's just this brother, sister, but teacher-pupil might be better relationship that they have, and you can clearly tell that the writing and the actors put in enough emotion where it feels like their family. It's just precious.
Come on, you're not going to forget your flower here, are you?
I might have.
I won't go into too many other details, but as you progress through the game, you do get some extra fun characters, and everyone is either super fun or interestingly weird. Looking at you, SK, you're just something. I can't even describe without ruining anything. When you meet SK, congrats. I hope you enjoy him as much as I do. And as I'm making this video, I'm roughly around somewhere in Act 2, and I think I've met the entire main cast, and I've run through a couple twists and turns in the story, and I have so many thoughts rolling through my head, and I don't even know how to springboard them off or on against anything. And I won't say anything either. Especially any of these theories that I've developed. I might put them in the notes section if you're truly curious, but I don't really want to ruin anything for anyone who's watching this thinking about playing the game. This is a whole lot more fun to experience firsthand, in my opinion. It's unique. It's weird. It's the second game I've ever played that takes place in France. And it's just as good as the other one. 2 for 2. Games about France. Who knew? But anyway, what I really want to talk about isn't how good the writing is or how phenomenal the characters are. That's second place. What I want to talk about are two things. The combat in this game, and number 2, the costumes. I don't really care about anything in this game except collecting as many costumes as I can for these characters. There's something so phenomenal with how they've built or how they've created their cosmetics. Like, just chef's kiss. I don't know what they were thinking when they were cooking, but someone had better have written down that recipe, because every outfit and hairstyle are phenomenal. I'm running around everywhere trying to find as many new costumes as I can underneath rocks, in buildings. I'm breaking into houses. I'm a general menace in this post-apocalyptic melty version of Europe. Who knows where I'm at, but I'm destroying everything in order to find some swimsuit or a fun little hairstyle that makes me look like a troll doll. Whatever they were thinking when they made this game, they put those costumes at the forefront of their brain, and oh, it's great. And let me just say, you can have a serious, emotional scene, and in the background, someone who you don't even look at for most of the time is just sitting there, dressed like a mime, with a hairstyle that looks like a troll doll, and you're just trying to suppress all the giggles because something very serious is happening, and that character is trying to act very serious while looking like the goofiest goober this side of the Mississippi. It's phenomenal.
Hey, don't get cocky, Maelle. Look at its equipment. That looks a lot more dangerous than the others. No, seriously.
I'm gonna die. Going back to my number one point that I immediately skipped over, the combat in this game was so misleading to me. I knew I was getting into a turn-based strategy game. I love turn-based strategy games. They're my bread and butter. XCOM 2, other turn-based strategy games, I could name so many. But no, this is a turn-based strategy, and then someone said, what if we mashed it a little bit with a Souls-like game? I did not expect, when I got into the whole combat of this game, that I was going to be playing Paper Mario again. And color me surprised when I realized my slow, quick time failing butt had instantly be reminded about how incapable I was as a child playing that game. And suddenly, I still can't play it now. Surprise, surprise. Did I get better? Yes. Was it painful? Yes. Did I get hit twice for flinching? Oh yeah, not just twice, but thrice, and whatever the fancy word for 4 is. I mean, I'd say look at this, but you're probably already facepalming, because I'm fairly certain you're watching me fail all of these combat dodges and parries in the background as I say this. Oh, and one more quick note while I'm here. Exploring is super fun and rewarding. There's a lot of enemies that are just out of the way, not really doing anything. And when you go and fight them, like the aggressive little honey badger that you're pretending to be, you get some nice little free weapon upgrades and pictos. Either way, definitely keep an eye out and stay curious. And if you see a mime, break his wall and have zero regrets, and steal his clothes while you're at it, because the clothes are just supreme. And just as a side note, as much as I love my boy, Gustave, Lumaire is the best person to explore as. Every time you run around, you just float around like a princess. I don't understand it. I don't know why she's the only one who does it, but it's just so fun and satisfying to see her glide across the ground. Anyway, thank you for watching and staying long enough to get to this point. I know I've been rambling, and wherever you are, hopefully you enjoyed listening to me just talk nonsense for a while about this fun little game. 10 out of 10, I would recommend. And I hope you have a good day, a lovely evening, or morning, depending on what time it is, and I'll catch you later. Thanks for watching. Her I love. Oh my god. Alright, we can go downstairs.